What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. I did not talk about Cookie yesterday. I forgot. I don't know what happened. But here we are at about 13.6 cents right now. I'm making up for it. Normally I'd be talking about Zebek right now, but I'm going to talk about Cookie instead. It is the 6th day of August. We have about 11 hours. Yeah, about 11 hours left in the day here. We've broken out of our range, our higher lows. Broken out. We even back tested this area for resistance, and now we're down here. It's not really the most ideal situation to be in, and in fact, it's kind of a rather bearish situation to be in, but that doesn't mean that we're bearish necessarily. Let's see if we can go over some short-term stuff and divulge some more information there. Okay, 15-minute time frame. No, let's do the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour. 13.6 cents right now. Low to a high. Come on now. Come on. A low to high. 786 to the 0.5, back down to the golden ratio. It's a little unorthodox, and Cookie doesn't respect its fibs necessarily all the time, but I guess here I would expect that we move up higher. Looking at the 1 hour RSI, breaking out of its downtrend somewhat, you're forming a little bit of an uptrend. You're at the 4 hour. Yeah, this is a good area to bounce. Stochastics at the 50. This is a good area to bounce. And the MACD is, I suppose, in a more bullish position. It's in a more bearish position, but the oscillators are coming up like this, man. And you're at a point where I'd expect you to move up. So maybe you do move up, actually. Move up from here. That'd be nice to see. Not a bad thing. If you move down, 13.2 cents to 12.9 cents would be where you find support, okay? Move down a little bit. Find support down here. Move back up. You'll have this nice little double bottom W shape going on, and then we move up. I feel like it's bold to call for a double bottom because typically whenever you move below the 886, you would actually expect to go down here. But I don't even know if we get a double bottom. I'm not necessarily calling for that. I'm just saying if we move lower, I would anticipate we find support around 13.2 to 12.9 cents, somewhere in here. Okay, that's my expectation. And then once you get above this high, once we get above about 15.3 cents, we're at 13.6 cents now, 52 minutes left in this hour. You get above 15.3 cents, you should see things take off at a rather nice pace. You should be moving up at a rather good pace. And really start to explode. Now you could take your time getting up there. It could be sometime tomorrow or even late tomorrow that you get up there, and then Friday, boom, then we start to rally. But overall, we still have this W shape, even with that. So, I wouldn't be. I'm not afraid to call for that. I think that that's actually what we're gonna do. But time will tell. We'll see. You had some volume here. Volume died off as you're going lower. I don't know. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame. The MACD on the 4 hour has a bullish setup, but you also have a bearish setup, and you're more bearish than bullish, so I'm going to lean to the downside with that. Stochastics look, bearish in the oversold zone, but bullish setup there, so more bullish with that. And the RSI also looks bullish too, bouncing off the 40 here after getting overbought. So I'm gonna stick with it. I think that we're moving up, guys. I think we have found our low. If we move lower, again, if we move lower, not that we will, but if we move lower, probably get a double bottom. We probably get some kind of Wu-Tang Clan sign. That's probably what's gonna happen. So the Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with, man. Ain't nothing to what with. Daily time frame. I don't like the MACD. Yeah, but it looks like it doesn't like itself. It looks somewhat unreliable. Inconsistent behavior. I'm not going to weigh too much on that. That's weird that the daily is less reliable than the 4 hour. At least as of now. Stochastics oversold. That's not good, but you could be in a situation where you come up. What you want to see, I would say, is yes, you want to get a day to close above about 15 cents. You start closing above 15 cents, the stochastics should come back into the band. And if we get back into the band with both of these oscillators, that should allow us to grow to the overbought zone, setting us up for a mid-month and late-month rally, which would be nice, right? And we'd continue to rally from here. The RSI bouncing out of the oversold zone is nice. Rejecting the 40 is not nice. So you're kind of in a state of limbo, and I would even say in a bearish state of limbo now. So bearish on the daily time frame. Bullish on the 1 hour. bullish on the 4-hour, bearish on the daily. I don't know what it's trying to tell us here, but let's assume if the daily's bearish now, let's just assume where we could go. Low to high. We're at the golden ratio. Cookie likes to find support at its golden ratio. The lowest that I'd give you, if we were to even go below this double bottom standard that I'm thinking about, like 12.9 to 13.2 cents, the lowest I think that we would go to might be 10 cents psychological support. But at this point, I'd actually be surprised. I'd be sorry. I'd be surprised if we went below 11.7 cents. Anything can happen, but that would surprise me. I don't have anything else that I want to say, guys. I think that we're going to move up in a spectacular fashion. It's just a matter of time. Buy the dip while you can. 13.6 cents from here. If you bought here and then it went down to 10 cents, you might feel like a dunce. But even if you blow it all here and you buy it all and then you have no money to buy at 10 cents and then it comes back up, you're going to be grateful that you bought at 13.6 cents, in time. In time, we're going up to $1.65 to $3.90, somewhere in that area. I'm thinking we'll go right in the middle at about $2.50 to $2.70. Find support there and then move on up. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Take care of yourselves, all right? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.